So first of all, welcome to Business Tech Day, everyone. January 14th. Before anything else, welcome to 2021. My name is Sherlock. Yes, that's me. Yes, I used to have beard. Now I don't. Well, new year, new resolution. I'm a founder of Sketchbros Web Design Studios. This is a company where we help entrepreneurs, overall business owners, build up the platforms they need for their businesses. And also Techmaster Academy, that is where we teach entrepreneurs or overall, basically these days, the general public, how to use tech for their everyday purposes. As we know, well, it's the new year and now everybody's sitting at home and working. So I don't want to bore you. So first, let me tell you what exactly is going to happen today. So because there will be a group of people who will be joining us, I will start by giving you a very quick explanation of what Business Tech Day is, just in case it's your first time here. And then we are going to go to our tech review. We're going to talk about platforms and apps that rule 2020, and everybody sitting here in this room, if it is related to your business, you definitely need to own them. We're going to take a networking break. We have some tasks, technology related, we're going to do together. We'll move to a Q&A. That is when you get to ask all your questions about the apps you are using or you want to use. Is it worth investing in? So on and so forth. We will discuss it there before we go for lunch for a 30-minute break. Afterwards, we're going to go for our next tech tip. And that is, we're going to take a look at how to create virtual backgrounds for Zoom, basically without much cost or much effort. We will take another networking break where we're going to actually bring all of our knowledge, all of our expertise, and also expand our networks, right, together before we go for the final Q&A. If you don't mind, I'm going to stop this for a second just to quickly make sure there's nobody else joining us that is standing behind the doors, as I think we may have a couple of people. Just the housekeeping rules, my friends, so that everybody can actually work. We can all work together easily without any issues. No API tech today. We will get there too. When will you go over APIs? We will also talk about APIs. So Pam, bear with me. APIs is one of the things we're going to talk about today. Now, for those of you who, I love it. The APIs, where are the APIs? I know integrations, right? They're just ugh. So one of the things that basically forced us to push Business Tech Day a little further back was basically the sheer element of things that happened late 2020. So we needed to make a tiny bit of adjustment. So for those of you who wanted to join us on the 9th, but then it got postponed, sorry about that. I promise it's worth your time. And here is why. First things first, what is Business Tech Day? You see, all of you are using Zoom to join us today. How many of you go to the chat or go to the reactions at the bottom of your Zoom and give me a thumbs up if you could easily connect to Zoom and could easily jump on this call without any glitches? If yes, go and give me a thumbs up. Deborah, okay, perfect, awesome. Yes, a lot of thumbs up. Well, thank you, Zoom. We appreciate it, because at the beginning of 2020, Zoom was still developing. And now, as we will discuss today, Zoom has offered us things I could not imagine, alongside many other platforms. So let's just get cracking. For the housekeeping rules, my friends, if you have any comments, questions, please leave it in the chat. I will try and address as many of them as we can. And if I cannot get back to you directly, I will give you my direct contact information so you can actually send me your questions. We can sit down and discuss them, see if there's any way I can help you with either teaching you how to do it for yourself, or perhaps if you would like us to do it for you. And today it was horrible. Zoom is easier. Absolutely, yes. So Pam says Microsoft platform today. Now here's a sad part. Microsoft actually developed the platform initially because it had so many similarities to Zoom backend. Zoom actually, they started to get into sort of a lawsuit. That's the story we will talk about later. But in terms of everything else, feel free. You don't have to have your cameras on. I would appreciate it, because actually today, part of what we're going to talk about is our appearance on Zoom. But yeah, regardless, feel free, drop your questions, drop your chats. And if I really need to ask you further questions to answer yours, I will ask you to unmute yourself. So let us get started. Uh, 2020, what a beautiful year, right? We all loved it. Well, it was an amazing year in tech. Take a look at it. Seriously, we decided we want to go to Mars. Well, thank you, Mr. Elon Musk. I don't know if you know Elon Musk, but yeah, there you go. Zoom gives you a haircut for backgrounds. Yes, it does. I know, right? It is so powerful. It has changed Elon Musk to Iron Man. There were other cool things that happened in the world of tech. Apple released their latest iPhone, which is very different from the previous iPhones, as you can see. If, by the way, if you are an iPhone user right now, let's just, resolve the issue. If you are an iPhone user, uh, if you're an Android user, hey, what's up? So anyway, but speaking of Android, actually, there was some brilliant tech there as well. Samsung released the first successful folding phone, which was very exciting. Everybody threw their money in the trash can, basically, by buying that. Android for me, Janet. Janet, I don't know who you are. Maybe we have met, maybe we haven't. I love you. Android, yes, high five, yes. Now, anyway, so one more thing happened actually, which was very interesting, and that was we got a million other social apps as if we just didn't have enough. The top shelf prize, like the number one goes to a marketing company that used all of 2020 to remind us that we are not going anywhere and we're going to stay. Now, joking aside, there are a lot of things that happened in 2020, actually. A lot of good things happened in the last 2 months of 2020. If you are a tech guy or techie type of person or use tech in any shape for your business, you may have heard a few things. Now, you see, a lot of people were forced to work from home, right? And initially, everybody was like, how hard can it be? And right after that, this was everyone's reaction. Oh my God, my screen is not working. Oh, that's happening. Oh, this is crashing. That thing is burning. And this basically, this was the birthplace of our new course, Business Tech Masterclass. I will talk to you later, because there are so many people who are struggling with tech, just like this guy, banking everything. Like, give me, please. I know you are most probably techie people. That's why you are here. But give me a thumbs up if you have seen people struggling with tech like that. If you know someone who wants to pull their hair off, like gouge their eyes out. Thank you. I'm getting thumbs up going out there, because it's just so much to take in. So there were a few platforms that came along to save the day. Let's take a look at a few of them, which are actually worth mentioning, and why I used to be a big fan of most of them, but why now I have huge respect for all of them. And I want to get started with Stripe. Again, guys, I'm going to ask you. So yeah, Katie says, I know so many people who want help with this. I know. By the way, so Katie, thank you for saying that. Guys, this is a free event. We used to charge $97, and that is before 2020, basically happening like this. We decided to make this a free event because every session we have something new that is going to help someone. So if you know somebody who is struggling with tech, please feel free, share the link. I will pass you the link one more time at the end of this presentation. Pass it to them, invite them to come over. No strings attached. Sit here, have fun, learn something. You want to continue and get more help, we'll be more than happy to help you. If this does it for you, I'm thrilled to see that the content here is helping someone. I used Stripe. It was difficult to set up, very difficult, until I went to Zoho, much easier. Yes, Pam, exactly, but bear with me. Now, there are a bunch of apps I want to talk about today. And first is Stripe, and here is the reason. Stripe is a developer platform. It's not by any means there are features that every business can use with minimal knowledge and minimal expertise, but actually Zoom really comes to shine when it comes to using their REST API, using their SaaS APIs and everything else. Now, one of the main things that made me go like, yes, is Stripe just completed. They launched it a while ago, but they just completed something called Stripe Treasury. And for those of you who are who have used platforms like Stripe, like PayPal, many others, you know that you lose quite a bit of your money when you do transactions through the systems. Now, with Stripe, and actually this system is only working in the US right now. They're expanding to Canada soon, and then other countries like Europe, Southeast Asia will follow. But basically what they have done is to go to every bank and say, hey, would you like to become a part of Stripe so that we charge your customers less and they can do all of their banking through Stripe? And banks were like, yeah, this is awesome. Let's do that. And that is what exactly Stripe has done. Stripe Treasury is basically a virtual bank that, which basically, after you connect your banking system to Stripe, Stripe provides all of those services that your banking system provides you right where your transactions are happening on Stripe. So that is one of the main things that made me super excited, because all the transactions, pull the money from here, there, and then transfer it to another place. And then, I don't know, it was quite a lot of problem. And then getting reports was not really, if you have 6 different accounts on your bank account and you were transferring some of your Stripe funds to one of them and some to the other, it would be quite difficult to keep track of. Now you have all in one place. They're doing this as a service, software as a service. So basically it's a SaaS system. It's a cloud SaaS system. For those of you who are like, whoa, okay, Sherlock, you're going way. Basically what it means is SaaS is, think of it this way. There used to be a time where there was a shop, there were people who were doing something, giving a service, and somebody would come and buy it. Now there's a software with an AI motor behind it that does all of that job, this being one of them. To make it even more tangible, I could say now what Stripe is doing is to bring a virtual bank clerk inside that you can use. And right now, and I think rightfully, their initial target has been Shopify users. So people who have a lot of small transactions that they need to manage. Now, this may not be initially the most useful to most people. That's why I just wanted to mention it at the beginning. If it works for you, I have dropped the links here. I will pass through this file. Go and take a look at it. It convinced me that Stripe, in terms of the backend, is, at least for now, the strongest platform to use. Now, Zoho does accounting to wonder if they integrate with Stripe Treasury. Not yet. Now, Zoho is, I'm not sure if Zoho will record your bank transactions. Honestly, I'm not very sure. Yes, Zoho is more user-friendly. But then if you have custom coded websites, for instance, where you want to have multiple sales portals and you want to actually integrate each one separately with a separate one, and actually with one account, but separately, so that each fund goes to a different bank account of yours directly, that is when Stripe is going to shine. Now, still, this just finished its beta stage, so they just launched the alpha stage. I have dropped the link. Take a look at them. There is a good chance I'm going to come back in our February business tech day and talk about it. I'm investigating it for myself because I do sell a lot of, like, many tiny stuff. So I'm right now, I'm actually going back and forth with them to see if they're supporting WooCommerce and everything else. Now, the apple of my eye, Zoom. Guys, we'll wait for your event next month. Yay, please do. Yes, yes. I wish I could tell you more about Stripe Treasury, but because they are, you see, here's the thing. Did you read these things I wrote? Right now it's by invite only. So you can't even go and buy it. You have to go and ask them for an invitation. And this just tells me that maybe they're not 100% sure about all the REST APIs and everything else that they're using, but we will see. It looked like it needed me to set up an API. Yes, absolutely. One API is just the beginning. My sense, I have not used this, like in terms of integrating with different platforms, because I'm not a Shopify user right now. I don't need to. Why would you, basically? But in short, when I looked at the development page and I was going through what they have actually what the reality of the matter, what they're trying to accomplish. This is the story of what they're making. It's not per se an accounting system, but it's more of, let's say, it gives you a better handle on managing your small sums that come in and go out, so that you can actually make sure, all right, if, for example, you can create conditional rules. If there's any fund of this sort of currency, but it is less than this much, no matter who sent it, send this money to that bank account, for example. And then so you can categorize your stuff on your own. Let's get to Zoom. All right. How many people, show me with a, like, raise your hand or give me a thumbs up, whatever works out for you. Just give me something on your on the reaction and show me how many people are happy with Zoom. If you are happy with Zoom, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I know I'm asking you for a second time, but there is a reason. I want to see if you're truly happy with Zoom. I'm getting one heart. Okay, another thumbs up. Okay, any, okay, now the same person gave a heart. Only two people, other people are unhappy. Why is that? We'll talk about this in our first tech tip. So I will ask you to unmute yourself and talk about this. Zoom has come a long way. By the way, I'm not affiliates of any of these people. You can just choose whatever you like. This is basically me reviewing these. The reason I'm featuring Zoom as in comparison to Microsoft Teams, if that is up your alley. If it's not, if you just want a video chatting, then Microsoft Teams is useless. If you're either a Zoom or, I don't know, if you're a fan of, what is the other one? Geez, we used to use, everybody. There's, I don't know, WhatsApp and this and that. Have Zoom as my main webinar provider. Skype, thank you. Now, I don't want to be rude towards those other platforms. Actually, to be very fair, Skype, I don't know if you have used the new version. Excuse my language, but holy cow, it's amazing. Like it is like compared to the Skype that we used to have, which was just a chat box and a video, which was usually like sort of glitchy and everything. Now, oh yes, but still, when it comes to real integrations, to real usability, to real usability for business, Zoom has the upper hand. And this is one of the main reasons. They released a major security and feature update. They actually released 4 major updates in November and December. Now, there are a lot of things that they added, and there was a lot of security. Let's say they worked on their H323 protocols and everything else. Most people here are not even interested. Basically, they have made it way more secure. But that's not really what interests us. What does interest us is this. Number one, they finally added a stable SMS support. Now, if you, for instance, if you want reminders sent to people who have already been invited via SMS, those are all doable now. Now, a lot of people say, oh yeah, but they used to do that before as well. Yeah, that was a third-party company that was working with them. So they were relying on another integration that would not necessarily work. Does it work on in every country? For now, we got the US and Canada covered only. Europe is coming most probably at the end of April. The G Suite add-on update. For those of you, if you do use G Suite, Google's G Suite, you could actually have Zoom integrated, so all of your meetings automatically are set through Zoom. Honestly, Zoom and Google got together and said, hey, you know what? Let's just add Zoom as an official video conferencing agent for Google Meetings. And once they did that, they had to update the G Suite add-ons as well. The up point is now, before on G Suite, you could only and only record on cloud. If you were setting an appointment, a Zoom call or something through G Suite, or you were hosting it there, regardless, if there was any integration there. Now they have improved it a lot. If you are a G Suite user, I do suggest you take a look at their documentation page. There's a lot of details going there, but if you're a G Suite fan, rock on, my friends, go take a look at it. Live stream updates, they have done a lot. The quality is now, Zoom, believe it or not, supports 4K. When you're streaming. Their requirements is that you need to have at least a 1 gigabit upload speed. So most people don't have, but anyway, but if you are a gamer, if you are in any sort of business, well, you have to get and actually get on screen and stream something very high quality. Now Zoom is actually your place to go. I asked them, they require you ask them to go above 720p. Actually, yes, you have to ask them, but they, because before they didn't even have the basically the structure to do that. Now they have the infrastructure. So if anybody wants, you can actually, you will need to pay more. There are packages or custom packages that they will try and sell you. Everything comes with a price, I guess, but that is doable now. Again, there are a lot of other streaming platforms. Like if you really want to know what's basically, and by the way, I'm sorry, I'm just taking a look at chat. It's that if you're 720 or higher, actually they do allow you to stream HD right now, not just 720p. But it's a 1080p is actually accessible to everyone. Maybe you need to just take a look at the updates of your application, and if it still doesn't work, I can get on a quick call with you and help you with that. That was for Pam, or anybody else if you're having difficulties with that. And now there are, if you're a gamer, for example, there are a lot of, you would naturally know there are a lot of platforms for streaming, but still in terms of consistency and being glitch free, Zoom would be the easiest to use and the most accessible and somehow one of the most reliable. I don't want to bug your ears a lot about Zoom, so I'll just go through this. I will answer a few questions from chat before I jump to WordPress. New conference room connectors. Yes, there are automated conference room connectors now, so you don't really need to have someone sitting in the back end do that for you. There are graphic add-ons and retouch tunings, and that is something Pam actually mentioned. You can have lipsticks. Look at me. Looks good. You can have lipsticks. You can have a haircut. You can have a mustache. You can have, you name it. Like, I know it might be like, hey, this is a business technique. We don't do that for our business. Well, if you are in any shape or form in the business of entertainment, you may do. If you are having, let's say, if you're having an event and you know you have your way to joke with your audience because that help makes them click, then why not go with a chapeau? Is that the correct pronunciation? Chapeau, the hat? I don't remember, but is it? Please help me. I'm not a real native speaker, so how do you is it chapeau? Look around your recording. It is cutting off your headphones right now. Yes, exactly, and I will tell you why. Please give me a, before I, Jenna, thank you for thumbs up. I saw that, so that's chapeau. Guys, can everybody hear me well? If no, give me a thumbs down. If yes, give me a thumbs up. I'm looking at my other screen just to see. Okay, all right, perfect. I will try and slow down a little. But yes, Zoom, definitely, even the, if you don't even buy any of their features, the base features that they're offering right now, especially on their developer website, which we will visit later today to talk about APIs and everything, that is a must visit. Raise my sound settings. You are a bit soft, but not bad. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, WordPress, the devil with no horns. And here is the reason. Some people hate WordPress. Some people love WordPress. It's like my ex-girlfriend. So hear me out. WordPress is a obviously content management system. So by no means it is a funnel builder or anything else. So that is why a lot of people get let down when they're like, oh, I thought it is something complete. Well, actually, no, WordPress is just the bare bones, a translator of your thoughts into web elements that you will be able to create. Now, that being said, this is just a quick review of what our expectations from WordPress should be realistically. You cannot compare it to, I don't know, ClickFunnels. They're two totally different things. But so for those of you who do actually know, and by the way, some of the greatest websites out there are built on WordPress. For those of you who but all of you know what WordPress is basically. So let's just quickly go over it, why I have included it on the first page of my honorable mentions. Think we should give it a prize of some kind. I don't know. WordPress was difficult to work with, especially for developers, because it was somehow slow. It was somehow sometimes it's an open source software, so there were errors here and there. The 2020 was the make it or break it year for WordPress, and they actually made it quite well. Some of the things they did, first of all, they added lazy loading. What does it mean? Basically, what it means is that when a web page wants to load, only the things that should initially appear on the screen are going to load. So the website is lazy, sort of. The rest of it will load slowly later. This means your response time of the websites is much better. Websites that are hosted on WordPress, especially now if you have updated to version 5.6, is much faster. They now create a default XML sitemap. I will give you a 1 second, sorry, a 1 minute description of what that is, but basically this is very helpful for SEO purposes. A sitemap is basically what Google or other search engines will index first to see what the hell is going on in that website before going forward to actually reading the content, the header, the codes, and everything else. So if a website does not have a sitemap, which by the way, a lot of builders really do not provide that. If there is no sitemap, Google usually says, I don't know what that pile of information is, whatever, I will take a look at it later. So you will be losing your edge on SEO. So other things that WordPress 5.6 has provided new block patterns. So it doesn't matter what builder you're using. If you decide just to make something very quick for yourself, I don't want to buy anything, I just want a website, one landing page, I have an event next week, please come on. Yeah, you can do it. There's a free editor, Gutenberg, that you can install on WordPress, or it is installed by default. The block patterns and how you can organize your page, they have improved way better than before. Like people like me, I buy themes, or I custom code stuff. But what I'm saying is that now you can actually go on WordPress, don't buy any themes, any plugins, just make a very simple, basic landing page, but beautiful and functional that works, and share the link with people. There are new REST API structures. What this means, I will get to your questions in a second once I'm done with these. So basically what this means is that a lot of apps such as Zoom, such as Stripe, basically every app or software as a service that is out there, whether it's installable or cloud-based, doesn't matter. They use something called REST API that helps with better double-sided sort of interactive communication of the two systems. So now WordPress has improved that. It's much faster. You will have no latency in getting response from other servers. So basically what I'm telling you is that WordPress is now much faster than before. There are CSS preservations. For those of you who do have websites, there was a time, I had a website and everything looked good. And then I got an email that WordPress updated to the latest version. Now I look at my website and everything looks ugly and broken. Yes, that's because WordPress used to wipe out the CSS or custom style sheets that you or whoever made your website put in place. Now they actually keep a copy, surprisingly. Like there was a time we all used to go and install something called a child theme, to preserve the information we add, like custom coded. Now WordPress preserves them on their own, at least with all the normal builders that we use, like Divi, like I don't know, like Elementor, many others, like Beaver Builder. I tested them. They're all preserving the CSS upon updates. So if you do have a WordPress website and you have dealt with this issue before, you're all good. And honestly, many other developer tools. Take a look at version 5.6. They released a new default theme, 2021. Take a look at that. It's a very useful theme. If you mix it with Gutenberg Builder, you actually get something very good out of it. I have a course coming up, building a website for $5. I will send you an email later to invite everyone for that. I want to show you how you can build a website for $5. how you can make a landing page within like 15 minutes without really, it's not much work, and it's all on WordPress. And we are going to we're going to start this year featuring some of the funnel builders as well. I'm not a big fan of them, you know me, but anyway. So let's take a look at the questions. If you have any questions about this page, drop it here. If I can answer anything within the time I have now, I will. If not, please forward your email your question to me. I will get back to you with a proper response to that. So can I do the XML sitemap with just HTML? Yes, you sure can. Absolutely, you sure can. But what I'm saying is WordPress does it for you now. So if you are an experienced web developer, then yes, you would create your own sitemap. Obviously, now for people who just want to go on WordPress, put a few things together and then share it with, put it on Google to index, the basic XML, WordPress does it for you. Guys, if you have questions, go and drop it in the chat. If you don't have questions, then go and give me a double thumbs up. Go and give me a thumbs up and then another thumbs up on the chat. Come on. If you have questions, drop it. Okay, Pam gives me a thumbs up. Jan gives me a thumbs up. Very good. I have a lot of thumbs up from Katie. Perfect. And other people, I think they left their computer and they went somewhere like drinking coffee or blah, blah. Oh, Pam gave me another thing with one of these. What is that? Vuvuzela? Awesome. George, yes, nice to see you here. Hi. So, fellas, perfect. If you're good, Ellen. Okay, enjoying the party. I like that. Perfect. Fellas, let's go. Because these are not the only three things I want to talk about. There are actually a few other apps that I think need to be mentioned. And hear me out, and here's the reason why. Hello, my presentation. Can you go to the next one? Thank you. First one is this very first logo that you see here. Who knows what this logo is? Can you write it for me? Go to the chat and write it. Tell me what this app is if you know. If you don't know, I'm going to walk you through it. Anyone? So I don't have anything. All right. This is the new Facebook for Business. Now, for only Zapier and ActiveCampaign. That's why I'm trying to introduce the rest of them to everyone, because I really think they're worth knowing. And yes, Zapier and ActiveCampaign, they are like the kings of their village. First, Facebook. And I honestly, now I'm like, oh, I wish I had what do you call Facebook. Who's the owner of Facebook? Geez, so many, like Mr. Robot, the white face. Well, Jesus Christ, Mark. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, I wish I had Mark's face here, especially when he was sitting in like a parliament or court or somewhere, and they were questioning him. He was awesome. He was like this, but nobody really likes that guy. I don't know why, but anyway, maybe it's his haircut, but. And I'm pretty sure he had nothing to do with this. He doesn't have anything to do with Facebook anymore. He's just basically a face that comes and excites people and goes away. So whoever did this at Facebook, I want to give them a huge hug and high five, like so much that I want to stop sharing and actually give that person, whoever it is, a double juicy high five. And I will tell you why, my friends. Do you sell stuff? Do you have a business where you need to make money? Do you have an e-commerce website? Do you? Last question. Do you have a Facebook account? If yes, then you're in luck, because most of these things that we have all been struggling with are now released under Facebook for Business. If you go and look at Facebook, I think pixels, absolutely. If you go and take a look at Facebook, I will write that. Yes, that's a very good idea for my next show, for my next event. Facebook pixels. Yeah, a lot of people use it and they go like, how the hell does it work? If you go on Facebook for Business, and I wish I could share my screen with you, but I was too lazy. I forgot to go ahead and I should load this. So I will share my screen with you. Bear with me. I will be showing my personal thingy, my personal, what do you call it? Let's just get rid of this guy for a second. Okay, if you go on Facebook, and now 5 million messages, Sherlock. If you go on Facebook, if you actually navigate through here, you will see something called Business Suite. Now go and actually take your time. Reason number one, your Instagram, your Facebook, now they're finally merged in one place you can actually rely on. It's like it used to be like this, but I remember if somebody messaged you and you wanted to answer them, your Instagram would say, yeah. You responded to this person, and your Facebook would be like, do you want to respond to this person? Like, I already did. So now it's really unified. It actually works due to new anything. Whatever. Now there's something new. Please, pixels are so hard. I know, but I know, I totally know what you're talking about. The new business suite. Now, it even has an e-commerce module. It has many new things. You can actually, it has a graphic development module. Like I said, I really don't, this is not a training on Facebook business. I'm just giving you, so I'm going to bring my presentation back here to the screen, but it is definitely worth taking a look at, because I was looking at it last night, and I'm going to be very honest. Like I develop platforms for people's businesses. So my initial reaction should be, oh, damn, I hate this thing. And it was, because I'm being brutally honest with you. There are a lot of people who come and say, hey, I want to sell, I just have one PDF that I want to sell. That's it. I don't want anything else. And I would still tell them, yeah, sure, but I will still have to make an e-commerce website. It's going to cost you like $2,000 and everything else, because their option used to be either sell it this way, or sell it on Craigslist and stuff, or sell it on, I don't know, Shopify, or which is, again, too expensive to maintain. If you have one PDF you want to sell, why would you want to get Shopify or an e-commerce website? So now this is your solution. If you actually, this is what I think. It's a very good tool for A/B testing when you are going to put a product or service out there. First, define your product or service, launch it here, see what response you get before you actually send it to your mailing list. So check it out. Amazing feature. Go take a look at it. There are a lot of how new, when did FB for Business update have this? I haven't used it for a few months. Yes, there are a lot of things that have been added recently. Like I said, even a graphic, like a graphic design module for your branding and for your posts and stuff. So you can actually create a post. Like we used to go on Canva and create something and come here, and now you can actually do it all on Facebook. There are publishing tools. There are, like, I was like truly impressed. I'm not a Facebook fan by all means. I'm not a social media fan by any means, to be very honest. I hate social media. I'd rather just see people and give them a hug. But in terms of tools for doing business, Facebook is keeping up. So I just want to mention this. Don't forget it. Go and check them out. There are a lot of things that are offered for free on Facebook that you may be already paying for on other platforms. So go ahead and check it for yourself. Where do I see the business link? When you go to now, if you're using the new shape of Facebook, on the left side, you do have actually where you have the. Let me actually show you again one more time. 1 second. I don't know why I stopped sharing, but I do stuff I don't know why I do. There you go. Sharing screen again. I know you're enjoying my beautiful hairless head, but I won't take it away from you. So yeah. Oh, look at this guy, Captain America. Oh, by the way, speaking of Captain America, how's Trump doing? Okay. Don't get mad. Calm down. Sorry, we are sitting up here in Canada. We're freezing, so we don't know stuff. Anyway, yes. So here on the left side, where you have pages, friends, events, you right under Ads Manager, you have Business Suite. You do have now, here, this is what I should actually mention to you. Go and actually do a quick search. Hey, who's this? Anyway, go and actually do a quick search for yourself, because there are zillions of features. Okay, so go and actually browse everything. There are zillions of features that are not directly visible here on this page, actually are not even directly visible necessarily here. So go and do a quick search, because there are a lot lot of things you can do now. Anyway, I don't want to bug your ears with that, but let me quickly take a look at that.
Yeah,
Chat.
I don't see a ads manager here. I can see it from
If
my business site. Do I have to be on the business site?
Yes, just go on business suite like this. So again, it was on this side on the left. So if you don't have ads manager, most probably it's because you have never created a Facebook ad, or maybe it's just Facebook is being crazy as usual. But yeah, there you go.
No,
Uh,
I have to go into a different site. That's what it is.
oh yeah, it directs you. So when like, it goes to business.facebook.com.
Hmm.
So it's basically a subdomain of Facebook. But there is also Facebook Pay that they have now. I'm a little what they call crazy when it comes to security, so I've not tried it. I don't even know. Honestly, to be very honest, I don't even. This is the first time I'm clicking on it, so go and take a look at it. But basically, this is related. This is what I do now. This is the module that is related, connected to your e-commerce module here on Business Suite. And when you start selling stuff, you can actually manage all of your payments through here. Is Facebook working with a third-party company? I could not find anything on it. I'm going to be honest. I searched a lot just to say, hey, what is Facebook Pay? Where are they getting? It doesn't really say much. I'm thinking that they're still working on it to improve it, to make it look like a proper payment processing platform, such as, I don't know, Stripe, Zoho, whatever that we are using. But for now, I've it doesn't look interesting enough for me to at least to go and check it. This did, if you're throwing your money in your e-commerce platforms or this and that, go and take a look at it. It might work out for you. Now, I would like to address the elephant in the room. Not myself. I know I'm big. And by the way, I will show you a photo. I was really big. But anyway, the elephant in the room are the funnel builders. And I have last time I talked about this one, so I don't want to talk about it, but I just put it here because I want to tell you, if you are interested in Influencersoft, and for those of you who don't know what Influencersoft is, this file which I will give you, I have implemented all the links behind them, so you can just click and go and visit. Influencersoft is a funnel builder. It's a visual funnel builder with an integrated CRM within. A lot of people are pushing it. Like I mentioned last time in December, it is an okay platform. It has there's huge potential for improvement. Uh, and I think if they don't become lazy pumpkins, just like ClickFunnels did, and they actually actively update this, it will end up being a good platform. For now, this is why I mentioned it here. For now, this is all I want to say about it. They have a one-time basically one-time payment, sort of. You can buy it for a one-time fee for 600 something dollars, I think. They are stopping to offer that in 3 days, so at the end of January 17th. If it is something you were like considering, should I have it or not, I'm not giving you any advice on this one. I'm just telling you what I did. I bought it. I actually bought it yesterday because I used to have, like, I had access to it because all my clients use it. And so I have logins, their logins. So why would you buy it when you have their login? You can log in and see how it works. But I bought it because like I mentioned last time, I do see this thing getting much bigger. I do see this thing becoming the next ClickFunnels. So I just wanted to tell you, yes, if you are interested in it, go ahead and buy it. It's gonna, that one-time fee is gonna go away soon. But their recurring payment version, when it comes back, so basically monthly subscriptions shouldn't be that expensive. Everything is cheaper than ClickFunnels, basically. So I just wanted to mention you that. Active Campaign and is another one to basically to receive an honorable mention. And guys, I know you're getting tired. This page is it. That's it. I'm gonna give you some time to breathe and actually work on this, just to see what exactly we're gonna put our money in. Active Campaign, I did bring it here. Number one, because it's very difficult to be polite. Let's not around, but let's not mess around. Active Campaign is definitely the best CRM system that is out there for general public use, meaning creating a funnel and set of automations with conditional logic to nurture your list or lists accordingly. For this purpose, it's amazing. And the reason I have mentioned it here, they released one new update. I think it was early December. I don't really remember exactly, but they added a lot of new, basically, they added a lot of new ways can uh, you can create nurturing stories or nurturing patterns. So there were conditional logics where you would say, hey, if somebody subscribes to this list, send them this email. If they open that email, now send them that email. Now, if they open that one, if did they click on this, do this. If they didn't click on this, after 7 days, do that. This is the usual sort of nurturing automation system that we create for ourselves. ActiveCampaign, what they have done is they've added a skipping option. So you can actually add a little bit of intelligence to this, like not our intelligence, but AI intelligence to this. So depending on certain conditions or certain tags, specific steps of your funnel or of your story can be skipped. I give you a very good example. I used to use MailChimp and I gave up. I moved to ActiveCampaign, and that is where I started to learn this. MailChimp, uh, if you have ever visited my Techmaster Academy, I have multiple things to do there. I have gifts, I have sign up sheets. I have 3 different courses there. Each one has a different sign up form. So I had each one send people to a different list in my MailChimp. So to do that, I had different API keys for each one. For those of you who are interested in API integration, this is where we're starting to warm up. The problem with MailChimp was that if you made 4 different APIs, but imported them to the same website, it happened multiple times for me that it would just think that they're all the same API, and it would treat all of those forms the same way, which ruined one of my events. So ActiveCampaign has actually created something we call a modular SDK API. So basically what they're doing is to separate, doesn't matter how many times you integrate ActiveCampaign with different parts of your website or funnel, it's going to work seamlessly. So that is the first thing, thumbs up. The second thing they have done, like I said, I have different courses, so I want certain gifts to be offered to some of them, but not to some others. But then my gifts are introduced for my subscribers, any subscriber that comes in. Now, what this ActiveCampaign has done is to keep track, has added a very good tracking based on IP and cookies. Basically, they have added tracking service where they will see, oh, this person has already received this gift on that date. Maybe it was through a different link, doesn't matter, but this person has received this gift. Then perfect. Now I know that now this person has come with the same email and opted in again, but I'm not going to send the old email to them. I'm going to bypass it and go to step 3, for example, step 2, and send that email to them. This way, people don't feel they're getting recurring, boring stuff that they're never using. So again, I really thought I should give them a shout out. It's a paid service. I don't like paying for stuff, but this one I did. Yeah. The next one, Groove Funnels. It's another funnel builder. I will just jump past it very quickly. Take a look at it. It's a Canadian company. If you're from Canada, it's your national duty to go and look at it. If you're not from Canada, if you're from the US, hi neighbors. But anyway, the only reason I'm mentioning it is actually a very good system. The initial, to make an account, you don't need to put a credit card down. So it's a very good way to go and actually test it. How their business model is that they give you the platform, but then they charge you when you're doing stuff. So to see, this is called Groove Funnels. Again, the link is included. I will pass all of these to you in your break time. So if you want to go and investigate them and take a look at them. Zapier, everybody knows Zapier. It's the best way to integrate stuff. Well, let me rephrase that. It's one of the ways to integrate stuff. It's not the best way by any means, but Zapier has certain issues with merge fields. If you wanted to integrate, for example, I don't know, HubSpot and Infusionsoft, there were some confusions. Zapier came, and in their latest update, they added a couple of lines of code which actually goes to both parties, finds their merge fields, find the elements that need to be similar in order for the integration to happen, and matches them. This was the initial function of Zapier, but it was still glitchy on certain platforms. All of those issues are now gone. Now, does anybody know this thing? Please, please, please go to the chat and tell me yes, no, or what the hell, or whatever that you like to say. Do you know what this purple thingy is? If not, then I will not even talk about it, because you'd better go and check it for yourself. It's all I can tell you is this, my friends, what you're looking at is the smartest chatbot system in the world. I myself haven't used that for my own services. I implemented this on a client's on a client website a couple of weeks ago. We did not expect. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. It's been 2 weeks since the website was launched, and there are users coming in. I was looking at the specs, and I just dropped it here last minute. I'm just gonna get all the links here as well for you, but. Basically, the conversion and the click ratio and the bounce rate that we expected in terms of the functionality of the website was nothing compared to what we got. What we got was much better. We had people on the chatbot for more than 3 minutes, willingly answering questions and going on. So I was really impressed. Again, not an affiliate. I'm not a developer of this or anything else. Check it out. WeVideo, check it out. It's a very good place for basically getting stock videos, editing videos slightly if you want for yourself. Anyway, I really, really, really thought these are worth mentioning. Most of them are either free or very cheap to start working with. I couldn't recommend them enough. Go and take a look at them and see what suits you best. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. And first, for those of you who are really bored, I'm sorry. But if you're not bored, give me a thumbs up on camera. If you're not bored, if you are bored, give me a thumbs down, maybe up. Yes, yes, middle. Oh my God, Katie, come on. I want to dial it up for you. But anyway, so it's awesome to have you all here. Guys, remember.
What's the purple thing called? Sorry, the purple thing.
Oh, come on, it's not fun if I tell you.
No, tell us.
It's not fun if I tell you.
Okay,
no.
fine.
I will.
Thumbs up.
Thank you. Okay. No, I got my thumbs up. I'm not going to tell you anymore. But yeah, no, like I said, I will quickly, my friends, drop the links for you right here, right now. So that is Pink Chat and WeVideo. Now, Pink Chat had a quick change of name. I think Pink Chat, I'm telling you, is the old name. So let me quickly go to their website and drop this link that I'm going to give you. But basically, what I do know, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did you go? There was also another one. Now, if you are actually interested in chatbots, let me give you a couple of them. If you are, apart from Pink Chat, these are the things I do recommend if you do need chatbots on your websites. Check Cleverbot, B-O-T, by the way, not B-U-T-T or something. No. So check out Cleverbot. It's a very, very good platform. And also check out. Let me just quickly see what I have here. No. And also check out, what was his name? Jesus Christ, I'm trying to remember. Drift, yes, it's a very good. Drift is one of my favorites, is because it's very good for beginners, for people who don't really know how exactly to use it. Oh, now Pink Chat. Now they're using Pink Chat for another app they have developed for actual chat. So give me 1 second. I will get the new link I will send it to you immediately before we go for lunch, I promise. Let me see what else I have here. Yes, tell us. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Now, we video, by the way, what I do wanted to quickly mention about we video. If you do go to wevideo.com, let me actually see if I can get the link here as well for you. It is one of the things that did impress me, and that is why I'm mentioning it here. Is you can basically, if you don't know how to use Adobe Premiere, if you're not much of a videographer, this is the place for you. If you do online events, if you have chats, if you have content, video content you want to put out there, you're not really into editing it for education, for business, for anything else, check we video. It's just drag, drop, cut, paste, done. And most of the things that we video does, most of them, except for the CG rendering and everything, are actually doable with Windows 10 video editor. If you're a Mac user, we cannot be friends. If you're a Windows user, take a look at the new version of, okay, if you're a Mac user, maybe we can be friends. We'll talk about it. But anyway, if you're an iPhone user, we cannot be friends. But yeah, take a look at the new, there was a new update for Windows 10. Make sure you get that update. With that update, some new features are added to the video editor. Definitely worth taking a look. As I am getting ad soup chat funnel. Yes, yes, Pam, thank you. You are my hero. I love you. This is amazing. Okay, so you're just dropping stuff here. Chat troll, very good. Yes, 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 perfect. FB bot, well, intercom, we will see. I will tell you why I'm not a very big fan of them, but mainly security reasons. But overall, speaking of security, I have one more thing to tell before I move on, and then I will give you all the links and everything. Is anybody using Signal? Can you please just like write yes, no, so I know. Are you using Signal? Does anybody use Signal, the app? Not me, no. No. Okay, yeah. Apparently, Signal is the most secure chatting app, and that is something you can check out if you are a WhatsApp for business. I know, never heard of it. I started using it a couple of weeks ago, and my wife told me. My wife is actually sort of in wireless technology, like she develops wireless antennas, Wi-Fi antennas, and everything else. And we were just talking about encoding and decoding and basically rendering and everything else that happens. She mentioned that how Signal works is somehow totally different. So how the packaging, how the data is packaged is different. So if you are especially communicating with people who are in countries where the governments are not very nice, let's say, for example, Iran or anywhere else, this is the app to look at. Signal, take a look at it. I just thought I would just drop it here. But overall, there's a bunch of things that everybody needs to start changing. One of them is the apps we use. I don't use WhatsApp anymore. It's ridiculous. Guys, I have 5 more minutes before I send you on a break. Are you awake? Are you? Good. Then let me just show you what exactly I want to show you before I drop the links and send you for your break. Here's the thing. And yes, I will. Jam, I will give you the links and the names. I promise you. Give me 1 second. I'm falling behind the track here. One last thing. And let me share my screen. The things that we talked about, the apps that were dominant in 2020, we didn't talk about the hardware. And you might think, oh, so the hardware should be, wow, really fancy. Actually, I want to introduce to you the 3 of the most basic, yes, most useful pieces of hardware that if you don't have, you need to buy them. Don't laugh, I know. I will tell you why. First, I'm going to start on the left. Light. Yeah, and that is something we will be talking today a lot. like go to the chat and tell me, how do I look? Not face, because I know it's ugly. Don't tell me. I don't need to know. But in terms of the colors, in terms of clarity, in terms of everything else, how do you see me? Is it good enough? Go to the chat and give, if it's good, give me thumbs up. If you're like, okay, give me like a side thumbs or something. I don't know. Or write in the chat. If you think what you're seeing is clear, go to the chat and write yes, or say no. Tell me. I want to know what you think. I'll wait for your answers. If it's too difficult to go to the chat, just give me the reaction, thumbs up, down, sideways, heart, or middle finger, or whatever that works out. So come on, come on, come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. All right. Okay. I'm getting thumbs up. All right. I'm not a public speaker. You could use a bit more yellow. I love your precision. Slightly excellent clarity. Very good. What if I told you, I say here, I have a lot of friends who are public speakers, coaches, consultants, this and that. So they are on camera morning to evening, sometimes evening to morning, you never know. But every time I visit them, I have something that staggers me is the amount of money they put into their lighting and camera and this and that and that. And my initial response was, well, I can't do that. No, I don't want to do that. It's too expensive. These three things are the three things I use. And they actually work like a charm. And if you look at the pricing, you're going to get surprised. So I will jump past this very fast. I just wanted to say this. If you are, which you are not, if you are working from home, if you are on this call, it means you are. It means you are a person who deals with people. They're perfect and so inexpensive. Exactly, they are. I know. If you have the funding to go and buy a full-on 6K DSLR cam with 2 ambient lights for your side and 3 for your front end, by all means. In that case, what are you doing here? If you're like me, if you're about functionality, yes, I could get a better, slightly better picture if I had a better camera and more lighting. But I want to show you something. I wish, actually, I shouldn't do that. But at the cardboard box lined with foam and foam cover for the blue, very important. Yes, everything. And actually, today we're going to analyze all of that in pieces. The lighting I am using is the one on the left. I bought it for 16 bucks. The camera I'm using is the one in the middle, which now, unfortunately, is like 90 something, used to be 80 something, but still you can easily buy it. And yes, why am I mentioning it? This is nothing new. The reason I'm mentioning it is that still to this day, one of the best picture qualities you can get comes from 930 and 920C, from Logitech 920 and 930C. There are newer cameras that are out there. They have their ring lights around them. They have fancy microphones, inbuilt and everything else. Too expensive, unnecessary. And today I want to show you how much of a difference having good lighting makes. So I'm going to basically make a fool of myself by ruining everything around me in the room, but I will show you why it is so important. So that definitely. Finally, sound quality. If you want to look cool, my friends, then you need one of these. $18. But it also has lighting and everything inside it. But if you don't want to be, a tech looking guy, anyway, if you just want to have good sound quality, there are a lot of microphones. This is the industry standard, let's say. Blue is not from any fancy company. The reason I recommend it is that I have seen this in action by a lot of business coaches. Imanagai, Jay Facette uses the same thing. Bill Gross, I don't know if you know Bill Gross. He launched hundreds of companies. They all, when it comes to talking, they use this microphone. I would, however, recommend to have what do you call the pads, the puff pad or whatever you call it in front of it. So it's it is a condenser a microphone, so it can get more of the ambient noise. So it has its own way of using. If you are in a noisy location, it's not perhaps the best option for you. Another option, which I totally forgot I had, which I can show you. If you don't want to buy that for whatever price that is, let me just quickly open it actually, see how much that is. I totally forgot. How much are you? Hello. Where did you go? Where did you go? How much is this? Give me a link, open link. All right. So this is for $129. Okay. Now, if you decide that, yeah, you know what, I don't want to spend that much, it's not worth it. There is this, which I bought a couple of years ago. Actually, I don't remember if I bought it, if it was a gift. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. This is the packaging. Samsung. It's not a brand at all. I don't even know. I'm gonna get rid of my virtual background. No, don't judge. Okay, no judgment. They keep laughing, I know. And then the moment I take my virtual background back down, everyone's like, ha ha ha! Look at that. Yeah, tada! Sorry, tada. Zoom has done all of these. I know. Just how stupid should it be? Like to have to a mask in a virtual call. Anyway, let me just quickly go to try a okay, virtual background, none, please, none for me, my friend. This is interesting. My virtual background none option has disappeared. Anyway. Okay, yeah, that's, I don't know. For whatever my Zoom is just like, yeah, I don't want to show. Okay, finally. Thank you. No judgment, I said. All right. This, my friends, is the brand. It's not Samsung or something. It's Samsung. So it's very original. This is what it looks like. Okay. You actually can connect your speaker or your headphone and everything else here. It goes with a micro USB and it's portable. The sound quality that I got out of this is pretty, how cute. Yeah, it is actually. Blue Yeti 99.99 from Best Buy, perfect, yes. This I think was for 60 something, if I'm not mistaken. But what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily need to go for the Blue Yeti. There are a lot of good microphones out there. The sound quality I got out of this was very good. It was actually so good that I was desperate one day. I remember I needed a voiceover. I didn't even have anyone to do a voiceover for me. So I put this and I did a voiceover for myself, like, hello and welcome to my course today in Take Master Academy. It does filter a lot of the ambient noise. It is a very good microphone. I do recommend that to whoever is struggling with sound quality. If you are a headset person, Janet, I see you're like me, you're a headset person, high five. Yes, why not? It's the best thing ever, right? Thank you. I'll go back to my virtual background. No more looking, no more peeking in my room, excuse me, in my office, like marketers say. Anyway, yeah, I'm in my office and like, dude, you're sitting in your underwear okay? So yeah, there is I work with a lot of marketers, so I love how they word stuff. And God bless them. If they were not around, I couldn't sell anything. But you know, so guys, before I finish it, and send you on a break, I have a task for you. And then while you're doing this task, I will give you the links, I will give you the names and everything else. I'm going to quickly share my screen. So I just made it on my screen, but you just type it for yourself so you can share it with other people. Made my own background for some calls. Yes, that is actually something we're going to talk about today. That's very good. That is very, very, very useful. You have multiple backgrounds for different occasions, especially one for, for Friday evening when you're drunk and you don't remember what you're doing. I do that. So sharing my screen. This is the task I have for you. Not this, but this. I want everybody to take 10 minutes maybe actually it's not going to take 10 minutes. Take 5 minutes of your time. Go ahead and fill this out. I want you to answer these two questions. One, I'm sorry, I cannot see the chat box right now. Zoom is being Zoom. I'm in full screen mode, so I will get to you in a second. This is what I would like you to do. Take a look at this and answer, especially, actually both are very important. You can help others and others can help you with this. First, which pieces of tech helped you with your business in 2020? Also, please go ahead and write this within this 5 minutes that we have. What have you been struggling with? It can be tools, it can be hardware, it can be not knowing how to do something tech related. If it's about cooking, I'm sorry, I cannot really help you. But I will have another event where I will show you how to make pasta. But in terms of tech and everything, that things that you think, oh, I wish if I had done it this way, if I knew how to do that, or if I had that platform or that software or hardware, I could have done better in 2020. Okay, we are almost done. Before we go for our break, my friends, if you're here, give me a thumbs up if you're done so I can see everyone's here. If I can see everyone's upper my Janet, thank you. I see you. Mwah. Awesome, George. Thank you, my friend. Yes, there you go. Awesome, awesome. Other people, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come back because we are gonna go for your networking event, networking break. Sorry, not event. Anyway, this is an event. Now, this is what exactly we're gonna do. We're gonna go to, I can see your chat and everything else. First, before I give you what I think and also try and help you in any way if I can. First, I want to see if you guys can actually help each other. What we're going to do is to go into breakout rooms. And as I can see, I'm going to put you in two groups of 4. So you can actually, I'm going to give you 15 to 20 minutes. Number 1, go ahead and share the results with each other so that if by any, you never know, my loss is your gain. So maybe there was something I'm struggling with, which you said, yeah, I used it last year and it was actually perfect. Or, oh, I used it, it was terrible, don't use it. So go ahead and share your stories with each other. Also, you get to know each other. Let's remember that your expertise cannot be replaced with any software or any tech. So networking, expanding your business, offering your expertise and service to other people is still the number 1. All right, everyone, if you're ready to go to breakout rooms, please go ahead and give me a signal either on your camera or on the reactions. I want to make sure you're here and I want to make sure you're ready to go and meet other people. So I'm going to call Deborah. I'm going to need you here. Janet, I can see you here. Thank you, George. Yes, I know you're there. And Jem, I don't know if you're here. If just give me a signal or something, please, like a thumbs up or whatever, just for me to know you're here. Yay, what up? Okay, Lucas, Malik, and Pam. Perfect, guys. We're going to go to our breakout rooms. 15 to 20 minutes max, because I think it should be enough time to share our stories with each other and also get to know each other. Because I think it was Deborah who wrote it there. If you want to do taxes and you're in the US, I can help. I don't know any piece of tech that can actually help you. What is it? Is it IRS in US? Is it called the IRS? What is it? Is it I know no piece of tech can fight those guys. Or if you're in Canada, we have George. What do we have in Canada? Jesus Christ. I don't know, the tax agency here. Oh my goodness. So yes, you guys, you're experts. CRA, thank you. Oh, Canada Revenue Agency. It's their agency that takes all the revenue out of Canadian pockets. Okay, don't send me back to Iran. All right, sorry. All right, guys, you have 20 minutes, breakout rooms. I'm gonna launch them right now. If anybody, please make sure you stay in breakout rooms until the last moment so you get to know everyone. If you have, I will give you reminders. So take a look at the reminders over there and you will see how I'm gonna have 2 rooms here automatically. Yes, create, thank you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. If you have any issues, go to, you can get out of the room. I will help you. I will send you back to the room. Everyone, we just want, oh, geez, I forgot. Not 10 minutes, 20 minutes, almost. All right, fellas, have fun. See you in a bit. You see, one of the biggest problems that we all have is clarity. So we will get to the virtual background as well. But first, how to create clarity. This is where my Android friends will be a little happy, because the app that I'm introducing is an Android app. I don't know if it exists for iPhone, but I know hundreds of similar apps do exist for Apple as well. So nothing against Apple, guys. But we're going to take a look and see, all right, how is it that, how can I create this sort of the best balance that makes it presentable for Zoom? And every time I decide to change my background, change my clothes, change my makeup and everything else, how can I change my environment so that it still becomes a seamless video that people can actually watch and they're, wow, it looks professional. The first issue is lighting. Right now, if you look at me, lighting is more or less okay. If you are in my room, you would see that it's actually very dark here. There is almost zero ambient light. The room lights are off, the shades are closed, and all I am using, and now I'm gonna actually, it's too much work, but anyway, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you will see, so I will just turn my camera, I doubt so. No, you will not see. It's the same light that I showed you. Mine has two different LEDs, but I'm only using one of them. So if I turn both on, see what happens. Now, one side of my face is actually sort of brighter than the other one. The good thing is also about these lights that they have 3 different color sets, and the lighting itself is adjustable. You can increase it or decrease it. So in that sense, it actually works pretty well. So the first thing is to know, okay, how much light do I need? There are many apps that can help you measure the amount of lighting, yes. There are a lot of apps that can help you measure your ambient light. So the thing is, there are 3 elements that we are playing with. Number 1, our environment. Number 2, the virtual background we want to use. And number 3, ourselves. Now, the problem is that you don't always wear the same thing. Do you? Well, I do actually. I always wear the same thing. But anyway, yeah, I have this 5 of the same T-shirt. I'm not like that. But anyway, but yeah, I'm always sort of wearing dark colors. And here's a reason. I have a darker skin. When I wear bright colors, I look like the midnight in a very cloudy, whatever. So that's why I have to wear darker colors so my skin looks a little brighter. So that is one of the first things. How can you measure these things? The example I have for you here is an app called Lux Light Meter. There are 2 different standards of measuring how much light, direct light and ambient light, exists around you. Now, you can always go ahead and install one of these apps on your smartphone. And yes, why smartphone? You might say smartphone has a light sensor and 2 cameras. So it's pretty much one of the best, your smartphone is one of the best tools you can use to measure your ambient light and your direct light. So the one that I introduced here is Lux Light Meter. And the presenter for definition. Yes, absolutely, Pam. I can see your message there. I really like the backlight on the presenter for definition. Absolutely. The point is, the more lighting you have and the more basically frequently in the correct locations you can set them, the better your viewpoint will be. What I'm showing you right now is bare minimum. If you do not have any proper lighting and you're relying on natural light or room light or things like that. So how do you do that? Install the app. I have posted this for you. These are the sort of the source light. So basically what it means is, if I install it on my smartphone, install this app and activate it and hold it right in front of the source, the numbers that I will get in these different areas would be the numbers that you see in this chart. Now, what we want to replicate is pretty much things like lobby or like offices. So that is the professional lighting that we want to get. That means the source itself should be at 200 to 300 LUX. How do I measure this? Install the app. First of all, always set your camera to make sure you will never move it again. The moment you move your camera, everything's going to be messed up. So for example, I have 2 locations for my camera, on top of this monitor and on top of this monitor. Okay, so I've already set up everything and behind me on those two locations to make sure that when I put my virtual background, things are not going to be glitchy and going all over the place. Once that is set, measure your light. So install it, run the app, and hold it right in front of the source. See what you get. In my case, what I got is 198. I knew it's a little low. So I increased it. I had settings on this lighting. It went up to 202. So that was good enough. That is right around what I get in the lobby of a bank. Second, go ahead and hold it in, next to your face and measure it here. If what you're getting here on your, what you're getting over there is higher than 300 or 250 or something, you're having too much light, decrease it. That's the first thing. If you're having, and then if you're, hold it here, and if you're getting any number less than 20 or 25 LUX, then it's too dim. Now, this could mean two things. Number one, maybe you have a lot of light, but you're sitting a little far back. So now you're actually getting it sort of an ambient light on your face, which means you have to relocate yourself. Don't change the light, move yourself. But if you're still here and you're getting, oh, I'm getting 60 LUX next to my face, that is too bright. Turn it down or move back or whatever that works out. So that is the first thing that we need to do to measure. Once you measure and now you know your lighting, your camera is where you want it to be. Your lighting is pretty much where you want it to be. Right now, actually, my lighting is terrible because I had two of these, one on my right and one on my left. The one on my right burnt out 2 days ago. And Amazon doesn't deliver in 2 days. So I'm actually working with one light. And still with one light, it's not bad. It doesn't look terrible. Again, don't look at my face. The rest of it looks okay, right? Katie, what do you mean no? Okay. Anyway, bad joke. No, come on, it's okay. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Anyway, so once you set your lighting and you know how far, if you're sitting in the correct distance, is your light, let's say, let me give you this example. If your ring light is as powerful as this one, but it's a larger ring light, if you sit at the same distance as I'm sitting right now, the same light, just make it larger, but like even the hole gets larger, but I'm saying the diameter would be larger. What I would get is a lot of shade on my shoulders. So that is the only thing you need to figure out, your distance from that light source. Should I attach it to my desk or should I attach it to the window frame or something else? So that's one thing. Once you measure it, go and take a selfie using your webcam. What were the LUX between, again, for optimum? For optimum, the source itself, you want it to be no more than 300. You want it between 200 to 300. And the ambient light on your face when you hold it here shouldn't be anything, shouldn't be less than 20 and shouldn't be more than 50, 55, depending on your distance. So when you're set, okay, by the way, wear your clothes that you usually wear because everything matters now when you're going to select colors for your virtual background. So do your usual attire and everything, sit in your optimum position, optimum lighting, you have it, perfect. Take a selfie with your webcam, put your cell phone aside because now you're gonna be using your webcam. Take a selfie in any resolution that you normally use for your call. Let's say if you are always on a 720p call on Zoom, then get a 720p photo from yourself. And how can you do that? If you're a Windows user, just go on search camera. Windows 10 has a beautiful camera app. You can set what for video, for photos, how many frames you want, everything. There's so many settings you can play with. Again, I'm not telling you to buy any apps or something. Your default app just does the job perfectly. Why would you want to go and buy something? You got the selfie, sit in the position I usually talk, get the selfie, good, go here. This website, I will quickly, I want to actually show you. I want to make sure, can you see the website or can you still see my presentation? Is it website? Can you please someone write in chat or tell me?
See the website.
Awesome, perfect. So this website, MK Web, what they have done, this is basically a very, very beautifully coded analyzer of graphic packets. Like I don't want to get into details of that, but basically what it does is that you select that file, that selfie file. Now let's see, don't laugh at me when I'm doing this because some of the selfies are a little funny. Anyway, no, this one is good. All right, you select your file, or if you have an image, if you have it online, you drop the URL. Keep it in HTML so you can show it graphically. We want to learn what we set the lighting. Now we need to set the colors because we want to create a virtual background. So the colors, if the colors, when you see somebody move something and all of a sudden all the background disappears or something, that's mainly because of color balance. So we want to see what are the dominant and the least dominant colors in your environment and in your attire. Put it on 10 so it gives you a better breakdown of what colors are exactly used. Leave everything else the same. You can go to a high precision, it's fine, makes no difference. Process the image. What this does is to give you a breakdown of that selfie that you got with that lighting and everything else. So you know what exactly is happening around you with the decor that you have behind you and this light and everything. So then now you can go ahead and decide, look at this handsome guy. Oh my God. Yeah. So this is before I started to rearrange my background. And I will tell you why this is terrible for a virtual background. Number one, you will see how blurry it is. It's because my webcam lens was dirty. But anyway, I went to there and it looks different than what it shows. What did I do wrong? I'm not sure. I will drop the link for you here again. Right after I'm done here, I will drop the link for you there again. 1 second. So what happens is, if you look at my background, what are the colors here? I got red, I got blue, I got brown on my guitar. I have this black that I'm wearing. I have the gray. I have this dirty, ugly color, which I don't know why people use in Canada to paint their walls. Anyway, and I have this plants here, and I have an Imagine here, and a Ferrari, and other stuff. So it's a mess. What this means is when I look at my the color balance, it is a mess. Okay, now if you're like, oh, I don't even know what that means. When you have, this is what it means. When you have, these are the basically basically what this app does is to scan your image based on different color sets. When you have a spike, it means there are things in your background or in your attire that are really strong. Now, what do I see? Initially is in the RGB scan, I see I have very strong red, relative blue. So this is what, honestly, this is what we care about. The first impression that your camera gets. Your camera works at 30 frames per second. So this is all you need to care about. Now, when you look at that, it's not really something you need to worry about. Just want to mention it. These are, however, things what we do want to worry about. These are the colors, the dominant color, the ambient colors that we see in the background of my image. This is this is pretty much the result of that door that you saw behind me. You can actually see, like, this is a darkish blue gray, which comes from this area and this area. So it actually tells you the abundance of colors. Why am I telling you all of this? Because just like you remember when the light was low, I told you if it's even lower, you're going to see a floating head. That's because Zoom cannot, then when the light is too low, it cannot tell the difference between the colors that are behind you and the colors that you're wearing. So that is the first issue. So it puts your shirt and everything around you as one piece. So then there's a head that goes around like magic shows. So you never want to use something like this color for your background. You want to come to a more rare colors that are not that frequent, and try and use them in your background. For instance, what I use is my main color in my virtual background that I'm using here is actually this. The abundance 6.9% is okay. That's why it's not perfect. If I do this, you still see between my fingers, things are going away. If I want that to go away, I have to come and choose one of these colors as my main colors for the background. So this is the first guide. If you are not happy with these colors because they will dominate most the colors that you will use in your virtual background, then go and rearrange your background or install a green screen. $20, Pam, did you say? I think. Anything. Basically, when we say green screen, it doesn't even have to be green. The reason we use green is that we usually, there is no green, what do you call it, pixel in our face, in our body, or anything else. It can be any color, technically, as long as that color does not repeat itself in you. That's it. It can be purple. It can be pink. It can be anything. But now, Katie, if you have a pink screen behind you, you will be the floating head, right? So once you did this, in case I have a black blanket on my window that I have used before as my background. This is actually a very straight on solution, Katie. Yes, it can cause one problem though. We do have a lot of black pigments or black spots in our attire, in our skins, in our hair, and everything else. So depending on the light, sometimes it can, you see a part of your hair just goes. Right now, I'm sitting on a chair that has a high, do you see it now? When I put my hands, I think you see it, right? So if I have, let's say I'm wearing dark blue, if I have a dark blue background, that's fine. But if I had a black background, that chair would come in and go out, come in and go out. So it was sort of cut out. So that's the issue with black. A lot of things are black. Pam, I do appreciate all the notes that you're dropping there. Studio FX for $29.99 free Prime delivery on. Awesome. I'm going to click on it right now. Oh, you have no idea how easy this makes your life, but if you don't have the room for it, then you will have to do whatever that we are discussing today. But Pam, thank you so much. I personally want one. I never got it, and then I forgot just to go after it. And yeah, this is actually pretty good. Or you can just go and, like I said, buy a green cloth from somebody around you, a shop or something, put a rope, hang it from a rope behind you. That does the job. This is, but yet like really fancy. I really like these. Oh my God, $65.99. Yeah, that's worth it, I think. Anyhow, going back to Pam, we are not seeing your notes. Yes, Pam. Oh, by the way, you dropped it. You sent it to me directly. Can you please send it to? Actually, I can do it to everyone. So there you go, everyone. There you go. Right on. Thank you, Pam. Really appreciate it. High five. Don't forget this website. By the way, there are a lot of other features that this website gives. And by the way, I told you I wanted to give you the link to this here to everyone. There are a lot of other free features here as well. So if you are a tech savvy guy, come and take a look at it. You might actually use it in your own work. Okay. So once that is done, we minimize our browser and we go back to our presentation. Once that is done, you need to select the ambient color as we discussed. So basically, and then go and select a pattern or an image that features that color. Like I showed you, I selected that dark bluish color, and then I went and searched to find a background that features that color. Now the background I have is it's a gradient between blue and black, so the result of it is a darker blue that I had in mind. Perfect, it does the job. I don't have CG. Again, this is not perfect. You see, you can see between my fingers. It's terrible. But right now when I'm talking to you, it looks good enough. It does the job. If I had a microphone, if I didn't have this on my head, it would look even better. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Now that you get that, it's time to create it. If you're a Photoshop person, I'm not going to tell you anything else. Go and create whatever. You know, you have selected the pattern or the background that has that feature, that has that featured color. Go and put whatever you want on it. Again, be careful with that. I will tell you what exactly you need to look out for. So anyway, you can go. There are a lot of other platforms. Canva is a very good example, the most popular. I like it. I use it. I love it. You can install the app. This is what I do. I use Canva. Like I used to teach academic. I used to teach like academic scripting for to a group of like students I had in downtown Vancouver. So I used to commute some days. I had that class, and I used to create my ads or Facebook headers or everything on Canva on my phone when I was on a train. It works that perfectly. It's awesome. But actually, to be very fair, if you go on their browser-based like desktop version, it's a very complete platform to create something like that. You want to create something no larger than 1920 by 1080. Number one, because if it's larger, it means the file size is larger. So your virtual background can cause just anything that can be smaller in file size, it should be. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And also 99.999% of people see everything in this resolution. So there we go. So create the project that size. Canva actually has a setting for zoom. You just say, I want to zoom virtual background. Just go with that. Just don't touch anything else, upload whatever you want. Luna, I don't know if anybody has used Lunapic. Lunapic is actually, it's not, maybe not a very good compiler like Canva, but it's a very good platform for just changing the balance of colors in your background photo. So why do I put this here? When you're compiling your background image, you want to have your logo. You want to have some writing on it. You want to have something. You don't want it just to be like, I don't know, pure background color or something. You need to make sure that, again, those colors do not clash with any colors that you're wearing, so nothing flickers, right? Because now you're adding a new element to your virtual background. After you made your virtual background and you got an export, use it, test it. If you see flickering or something, go to Lunapic, upload your image, okay? And then it gives you a lot of very basic but useful tools to adjust the balance, add gradients. Like you can see basically what you can do just with very basic website. It's not an app, you don't need to download it, and it's not a paid service or nothing else. Again, I will drop this in the chat for you if you're interested, if you need. But again, if you have Photoshop, if you use Photoshop or Microsoft Paint, and what do Apple users have, by the way? Oh, Jeanette, I love that. I love your virtual background. Yes, do that, do that. So cool. I love it. Anyway, what I'm saying, if you, I don't know what Apple has, or anyway, what your device you're using, if you don't have any apps whatsoever to set the clarity, color balance, temperature, lighting, or anything, come here and you can use this. And or alternatively, you can do what Jeanette did and go to one of these resources and actually download a background, a virtual background that is sort of, most of these, like Zoom themselves, they have a repository you can download from, just random images, but I don't know if it's even relevant to you, if it's not relevant to you. Like this, oh yeah, I would dig that. The Beamer, I love, oh, by the way, if you don't know me, I'm crazy about cars, driving more cars and everything else. But you see, stuff like this, these are actually very cool. But this is if you are a Chicago Bears fan. But anyway, the other solution you have is to download prepared images from any resource and just use them as background. I've included some links for you if you want to select a pattern or image and then go and create a compilation for yourself. You can go to Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash, or there are a lot of free stock images, free resources you can use. I especially use FreePic. It's an amazing website. It's one of the few websites I used once and I immediately paid for the premium version. Like I didn't even hesitate. And it's like 10, 15 bucks for a year. The images, the work you get here, the royalty-free work that you get access to here is just amazing. And then if you also want to have some sort of, if you have an event, you want PNGs, like clear-cut, clean-cut PNGs of people, celebrities, whatever, just to have fun in your presentations or something, this is where I download them, freepngs.com. Again, I will give you this file the moment we are finishing this. I just want to go over this. I have one more bonus, and I know everybody's sort of like, oh, tick, but I have one last piece of bonus for you. And that is this. The Zoom links that we get and we share with our clients suck. They're long, They're sometimes they go crazy. Sometimes they change altogether because we updated something and we didn't realize that that would change the link. Okay, so I quickly listed 3 main ways you can actually present your Zoom to your clients. Do you see how my lighting is changing? I'm getting light here. I haven't closed the shades all the way down. So there's lighting coming from beneath it, hitting my desk, and then I'm becoming like, oh. Anyway, there are 3 ways, easy ways you can actually make your Zoom link easily accessible to your clients. Number 1, buy a domain for it. This is what I don't do, but I do for all of my clients. And get a domain like Meet with Sherlock, Meet with Jeanette, iampam.com. I don't know, anything that you think stands out for your brand, and then simply create a permanent redirection to your Zoom link. That's it. Go on GoDaddy. My tech clients rock. Yes, my tech clients rock. I'm gonna get that. Thank you. I love it. I'm gonna steal that from you, Katie. So anything. It's actually a very good marketing gimmick. Just hey, you want to meet with me? Here, that's the website. Oh, do I need to book? No, just go to the website. Don't worry about it. It's actually quite cool how simple it is. Okay. Pam says, great advice. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, it works out. Like Iman, I don't know if you know the business coach, Iman Guy, pretty much the biggest one in Canada that I know. But him, Jeff said, like, I've done this for both of them. And they were both like, they were laughing their hearts out. Like, I was like, I told Iman, hey, what is your Zoom link? And he sends me this crazy link, like the one I send you, this crazy link. I was like, and by the way, because Iman and I have been friends for years, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this. I bought the domain meetwithiman.com. I directed it to this, and then I sent him the URL. I was like, no, this is your Zoom link from now on. Oh, for God's sake, stop that. So anyway, that is one way. Second way, if you don't want to buy a domain for $2, $5, $10, 20, whatever that is, and because you're like, hey, you know what? No, I want it to, can this be a part of my website? Yeah, it can. If you already have a website. Now, in this case, I'm giving an example of WordPress. Pam, don't punch me, sorry. You can do it everywhere, makes no difference, okay? What you can do is to basically create a redirect inside your website. You don't even need to create a page for that. I'll give you an example. Because it's WordPress, I'm using a plugin, Redirection. It's a very easy, simple, free plugin. So you can go to you can go to your website. In this case, I'm going to go to one of my test websites, 604 referrals. I don't even remember why I bought this domain, honestly. Really, I don't. And that's another thing you can do if you want to invest. Buy domains that you think people are going to need later, and tell GoDaddy to sell it for you. Last year, I sold a domain for $1,800. One domain. It was fun. I bought it for $299. Now, here's the thing. No, $299 Canadian, by the $299 Canadian, not American. So even cheaper than you think. Here's the thing. How can you do that? Excuse me. You can install the plugin. Simply go here if you are using WordPress. If you're using other platforms, some funnel builders actually offer redirects. So they have it built in. Just go and use that. Perfect, no problem. So as you can see, I installed it. You can just go add new, search for it, and install redirection. When you go to install this, it will ask you to set it up. It's actually very, very simple and easy. Simply put a check mark on everything and click OK. This is what I can tell you. It's as simple as that. It asks you, do you want me to log your redirections? Do you want me to log your 404 errors? And do you want me to log other things? And you're going to say, yes, 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 done. It will set itself up. When it is set up, you can also find it here under your, actually here or tools. Yeah, tools. Under tools, you can go to redirection. This is as easy as this. You get here. You say, hey, I want a new redirection. You said, what is your source URL? Okay, you want to redirect from. Now, this website is 604referrals.com. So I'm going to go to 604referrals.com, for example, /meet. By the way, this page doesn't exist. I'm just creating a hypothetical URL. Don't change anything. Don't touch anything. What is your target URL? Your Zoom link. Okay. Now, in this case, because I'm using my Zoom right now, and we don't want to test it, excuse me, talking too much, I'm going to put, I don't know, something else, google.com. You know, you can just put whatever. Oh, okay. Happy. All right. So google.com. Group redirections. Yes. You can actually go and select what type of redirection you want. By default, it is on 301. So permanent redirection. Leave it as is. Click add redirect. Basically, what happens is right now, whoever types in 604referrals.com/meet, presses enter, they go to google.com. They go to your Zoom link or any link that you give it. This is the second. So the second way to create an easy redirect, instead of giving people that, people go to bit.ly and then create a short link. Why? You have a website, create a short link for yourself. Just make it memorable, not even meet, /1, anything. Go to my website /1. Everybody will remember that, I guess. Now, the last thing you can do is to actually import Zoom in browser. Now, why would you want to do this? Maybe you deal with clients who don't use Zoom. Do you want to force them to download Zoom? What does that do to your conversion rate? Like if your clients are anything as lazy as I am, the moment you tell me, oh, you need to install something to talk to me, I'm like, hello? Sorry, I don't hear you anymore. Bye. Yeah, no, actually, and here's the reason. My work is on my 2 computers. I cannot jeopardize it by installing new things that I don't need. All right. So for whatever reason, maybe you have clients who don't even want to download Zoom. They don't even know what Zoom is. Or for any other reason, you can have Zoom in browser. You can create a page and then add Zoom inside the browser, so people come to that page. And if you have initiated the call, when the page loads, they're going to see you in a small box. How do we do this? Again, there are plugins, not just for WordPress, for every platform that Zoom provides. Again, I'm doing WordPress because it's the easiest, right up my alley. If you want on other platforms, I can help you on that as well, definitely. Not now, after the call. But in this example, this is not from Zoom themselves. Don't get it wrong. This is from a third-party company. Video conferencing with Zoom. Download this, install it on your website. Basically, what happens is that here, you will get this Zoom meeting. Okay. Go to your settings. You need to quickly connect your Zoom account with this app. So you need an API key and API secret key. How do you get it and where do you get it? You get it from zoom.us, my friends. So let me quickly. What you need to, congratulations. Today, you're going to learn how to create your first web application if you have never done that before. Go and sign in with whatever that we have. Okay, now these are killing me. Now, what we do need to do is to technically go to the developer site. You can either go through here, or you can simply, after you installed this on your website, if I can find, can I have my website back? Yes, thank you. There's actually a guide where you can get this, okay? Where did I put it? Read more, here, this guide. It's you need to reach the developer app, the developer site here. So basically marketplace.zoom.us/developer/create. Okay. Okay, it's asking me to sign in again. Doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm signed in. What you need to do is to create an app for yourself, build an app. When you go to, yeah, sure, okay, When you're here, you need to create a JWT app. Now, unfortunately, I cannot do this for you right now because my account already has a JWT app, but it's a very, very easy process. This, if you follow the same, let me quickly find it. Where did I put that guide? Hello, Mr. Guide, where did you go? Okay. All you need to do is to basically fill out the name, your information, your credentials, and everything else. When you submit, it gives you this. It gives you app credentials. Now I can go back and show you that here. Because, oh my God, there are 5 zillion things open here, and the Zoom thingy on top doesn't help. I'm going to close some of these. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. I had to stop sharing. My apologies. Okay, now I can share again. Share screen. When you're here, if you do actually go to your own admin page, after you finish this, it will show you the app that you have created like this. It gets your information, you put in your information, all your URL and everything else. You need to have a privacy policy page, just letting you know. So you can just, if you already have a privacy policy page, you can just drop that here, doesn't matter. Make sure you mention Zoom in your privacy policy, that's it. Go to, when you're here, go to app credentials, get this API key, get this API secret key, go back to your website, drop it here. If you have a vanity URL, you can drop it here. Otherwise, just go through these settings very quickly. What fits you best. When you're done, save it. After you saved, make sure you click check API connection, so it will quickly connect to your account and it will give you a thumbs up. Yes, it's connected, everything works well. The APIs are valid. Once that happened, you're done with this. Go to shortcode. There are a bunch of shortcode combinations that this plugin offers you. I usually, for the scenario I told you, I usually use number 4. Embed Zoom meeting in your browser. Copy this, put your meeting ID here. If you want, for example, you drop your, if you want a title on top of this, for example, Sherlock's meeting room, Jeanette's meeting room or something, you can write it here. You can actually set how tall or short you want this iframe to be. Leave it as is, 500 pixels should be fine. And basically you can actually, it's not a webinar. If it's a webinar, click go yes. If you have a passcode, import your passcode here so that people do not have to do that. You completed this, copy this, go to a page, any of your pages, and whatever that page that you want to use, like your contact page, let's see. Okay, let's say you can go there. I'm just going to go and open this one. I don't even know what this page is, so I hope there's no bad images on it. There we go. Okay, I have a page here. Oh, what if I add a Zoom? I have my form here. I have this here. I have that here. Oh, I want to add a Zoom thingy here. So you get that. Whatever builder you're using, I'm using Divi. You can be maybe using Element or whatever that you're using. Makes absolutely no difference. 1 second. There we go. Let's find some space somewhere. I'm going to add a new one. Yes, please. And I'm going to need code. Now, because I have not actually completed this, it's going to give me an error. But if you put your meeting ID and everything else here, you will see the Zoom, the beautiful, right now, invalid access token, because I don't have an API. I don't have anything. I haven't set it up. But if you've set it up the way I told you, you're going to have a window here, which is just like which is actually the Zoom screen with all the controls and everything. And people do not need to download Zoom on their devices. This is a third way, my friends, you can go ahead and implement Zoom onto your website and make it more accessible to your clients. Okay, are you learning something? Did you get something at all that is useful to you? If yes, please give me thumbs up. I want to see your beautiful thumbs up. If you have learned anything that is going to work out for you, Anyone? Awesome. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate it. Awesome. Perfect. I have to stop sharing for a second. So my chat box doesn't open. Okay, now it did. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up over there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now it might look a little, Pam, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It might look a little overwhelming. Again, there are two types of people in the world. One type, people who always want to learn how to do things themselves. And then second type, who have more money than time. So this is my pitch. 1 second, let me get ready. Okay. I'm going to tell you straight on that we are here, my team and I, to give you support in any way we can. Be it you working with us or us giving you free advice or just inviting you over for a glass of Chardonnay. Makes no difference. Okay, so that's the first thing. So you are always welcome to actually reach out to me if you have questions and problems. Yes, I will try to sell you something, but if I can't, I will still give you free advice. So there you go. That's the first thing. If things are a little difficult, there's always a way to A, get it done properly by a professional, and B, learn how to maintain it over time. Now, I saw that a group of you went and signed up for our VIP service list. Perfect. We will reach out to you in the next business day and just to see how we can help you with anything that you may need. I just want to take a moment to walk you through what we will be talking about in our Business Tech Masterclass and see if it is the right fit for you or anyone you may know. Because our target here, let me put it straight on, courses such as this are actually going for $4,000 to $7,000. What we are offering our full course for is $1,497. I repeat, $1,497. So I would like to take a moment just to go to TechMaster Academy and invite you to, number one, download our gift. Go and click here. And because I have your IP addresses, when you click here, you're not going to get a form, you're going to get the file. So go ahead and download our gift. It's a 5 points that you can actually learn very quickly to fix your email automations, website doesn't look well, or anything else. My links, my SEO is terrible. So take a look at that. You're more than welcome to download this PDF, go through and see if it helps you at all. Second, I want to ask you, if you think today has given you value, go ahead and share this Business Tech Day with anybody who may need. Again, this is a free event and will continue to be free. And I only have not one, I only have two targets. Number one, teach the things that people really need to know, no matter how basic or difficult, makes no difference. Like next session is going to be technical because Pam asked for pixels. I'm bringing pixels. So it might be a little, oh my God, this is too difficult. Or some days might be, this is easy. So because I have to cover all the bases that I see people need help with. So please go ahead and share this with friends, colleagues, affiliates that you think may need help with technology. But also, go ahead and either you yourself first as a business owner definitely need to know basically how to maintain your funnel, how to maintain your business online. Be it learning how to work with apps like MailChimp, ClickFunnels, all the way to designing and developing on WordPress, actually maintaining on WordPress, what I mean, to creating your own integrations and so on and so forth. These are just some examples of the things that we will talk about. We have had our course run for a good, I think, 5 times this one we had, or 3 or 4 times we had our business pro run, which we got amazing results out of it. We actually, I'm proud to say, one of my own affiliates, which is a marketing company in Houston, Texas, they did not have a web developer team. So I got the chance to actually train 2 of their staff in our Business Pro 12-week program. I am happy to say they learned everything. I am unhappy to say that they learned so much that now they're not giving me new websites to do for them, because now their own team can do it. So whether you are after technicality or just knowing how to fix stuff so that you don't have to wait on other people, one of these options might work out for you. In our Business Master 1, that's a 6-week program. Basically, that is where people learn how, okay, sales funnel tech, integrations, you're going to learn how to integrate stuff, how to actually design a basic landing page for yourself, a basic landing page, I repeat, but functional. So you know how to import a form, how to integrate it with your CRM system, how to create automated emails there, how to create conditional logics for them, and things that you actually need to maintain business online and actually get paid for it, right? What you get on the side is this. The most important thing, you will be a part of our Facebook support group forever. This is a group where you can come ask for tech support on anything, either one of the team members or other people who have been our students before, who are now quite tech savvy, can get back and help you. That is sort of it's a very kind community where everybody's facing their issues, but everybody's helping each other overcome that. So that is one more thing you get on the side. We're offering this for $9.97. Do not click it because I have something for you on the side. If you already know these things, and you are even more tech savvy, and you're like, hey, you know what? I actually want to know how to design a page properly. I want to learn some UX UI design. I want to know how to create an API and integrate it. I want to know how to create recurring payments on Stripe and integrate them into my WooCommerce website. So basically more and more and more into programming and backend side of stuff. This would be our Business Master 2. Again, we offer it for $9.97, and we, by the way, what you do get here is a 3 one-on-one mentorship sessions, meaning you will have a private session with either me or one of our coaches to teach you what exactly you need to learn. The purpose of Business Master 1 is to help every entrepreneur, regardless of their technical background, to learn to maintain their business and not to pay $297 a month to ClickFunnels. Or to someone, so not even to pay me to maintain it for them. Learn it to do it for yourself. Why not? If it's a lot of money that I charge people, I'm being super honest with you, is for doing small adjustments. I charge them $300. My flat fee is $300. Okay, I charge 300. People come to me, hey, can you change this picture on this page? Yeah, sure. It takes 3 minutes for me, and everybody knows my flat charge is $300, and they pay it. And just imagine how many $300 I'm charging. What if these people actually knew how to go and change that simple picture? So that is the target here. Business Pro is the combination of the two, and also comes with some perks. Business Pro is a 12-week program, and we actually is more than 12 weeks. The instruction sessions are 12 weeks. The program itself can be up to 16 weeks because we also have practicums that we are not charging for. And that is why we managed to give it at such a low price. What you get is, number one, you learn everything in Business Master 1 and Business Master 2. Also, we will give you a bank of new tools like the websites and the tools we discussed today, or in our previous Business Tech Day. If you were here, I think Pam was here, if you remember. So we will give you a long list of tools that you can use that are not going to cost you a dime. You will get lifetime access to our Facebook support group, and on the side, we will create a free landing page or sales page for you. So this alone, the landing page or sales page itself, costs $600, $700. So what we try to do is to bring it to the bare minimum, and here is the reason, my folks. If I want to, there is a point of making money, and there is a point of having a group of people around you who can enjoy learning something and bring you business. I decided to go the second way. My first company, Sketch Bros, is doing the job for me. This is my way of sort of helping all the networks around me. So that is why we decided to offer it at such a low price. And we also offer a payment plans, depending if anybody is interested. That is why I told you, do not click on them. Yes, if you'd like, you can go ahead and click, you can go ahead and purchase it right now. Our next course, our 12-week course, is beginning February 5th. And you're more than welcome to go and sign up right now. However, because you're a part of my mailing list, I would like to offer you a 20% discount on the course if you are interested. So contact me either through the payment plans here. So go ahead and write your name and email. I will get back to you, or email me directly at Sherlock at, I'm writing in the chat, techmasteracademy.com. Now, I'll be more than happy to, number one, help you with any tech issues that you're facing right now. No, I don't need your credit card for that. I will just talk to you. It's fun. We'll drink some, I'll drink whiskey, you'll drink, what do you drink? Okay, you'll drink whatever you want to drink. I drink bourbon, actually. I don't know. I had to be born in Kentucky, you know? Anyway, not in Iran. Anyhow, if you have questions, ask me. But if you're actually interested in the course, send me an email or submit this. I will get back to you. Let's discuss my purpose, and actually our purpose and our team, Take Master Academy. Let's put all of our guys here because they've done an amazing job putting this together, is to help people just make more money and have an easier life. Life is not easy for anyone. Thank you, COVID. And this could be a help to people to, I don't know, just reduce their tech bills, increase the profitability from what they already own, instead of going and buying something new every other day because, oh, my coach told me there's a new platform that is at $500 one-time fee and it's perfect. And you buy it and you never use it again. So this is for you if you want to actually gain control of what you're doing on your business, on your tech. One last thing before I give you another chance to talk to your fellows and we bring this to an end. I'm gonna go to my presentation one more time. There you go. My question is, what exactly do you want to happen in 2021? How do you plan to boost your business and stop leaving money on the table? If you don't know that you can make money out of, for example, I don't know, if you are a publisher, if you don't know that the technology exists that can actually compile a book, make it print ready and downloadable for people without you doing anything, and you're still doing it the old-fashioned way, do you know how much money you're losing? Feel free to reach out to me. If you have signed up for the VIP list, I will contact you either later today or tomorrow. Either me, you will sit down with either me or one of our technicians to just interview you. Once we know what's the date, I'm not sure 100% you will receive. And the reason is I have to check with business coaches and make sure nobody has an event on that day. You know, but I am thinking most probably around the same, I don't know. Right now, I'm just giving ballpark. I think I will be doing it on the maybe 13th. I don't think it will be 20th. I think it will be 13th, but I will send an email out to all of you. Again, whether you want to join me for any of my course or my services, basically whether I can charge you or not, whether you are my client or my friend, whether you're my friend or foe, know one thing, this is always going to be available for people who are challenged by tech. So please invite people. Please invite people. It will help a lot of people. I gave you an example and story about my paid service because it's a right marketing move. And yes, my course has actually helped a lot of people. Just in less than 1 year, it has helped 4 companies get back like the Phoenix, because 2 of the companies were burning down to the ground. And I'm happy to say that, yes, learning how to cut down on their costs actually saved them from going bankrupt. So brilliant. I'm happy with that. And yes, I'm promoting it every day and night, even if I don't want to sell it anymore. And if anybody else has a course like this, I would love to promote it for them. Perfect, because it helps everyone. But I would also like to promote this free event because there are a lot of people who can just use this, go and right now go and apply it to their system and make it look better. Your offer is so worth it. You are offering something that will work, not just training on sales and marketing. Thank you very much. That is honestly, hand on heart, my purpose. So please go ahead, share it with anybody who may need it. I repeat, no strings attached. If they come, they learn anything I have to offer. If they would like to learn more, they're welcome to join the course. They don't want to learn more necessarily. If this is enough, I'm happy to. If I see this is enough, I'm super happy. I'm dropping the link to Business Tech Day one more time. Please, please, please share it with your friends and anybody who may need it.